Good morning, it's Rachel Smith, Business Grower. Honestly, you go away for a week and you come back and your technology is like, ooh, I don't know if it's like a temperamental child where it's like, oh, you've not played with me for a week, so I'm not going to work. So I'm just going to see if I can find my desk holder. 1 minute. I had to tidy up before I went away. I have no idea where it is. We've got people joining. Hi, Alison. Hi, Helen. Lovely to see you here. Nice to see you. So it's a Monday mindset. And Alison's a very good person to have on here, actually, because she has done this all of last week, which was absolutely epic. And we'll be talking about that a little while. So you would have heard, I've got legs. Did you see them? Oh, how did you see my legs? Hang on. Yes, I've got legs and everything. Helen's met me in person, you know how tall I am. Somebody once had the impression that I was a very short person. I was like, I'm nearly 6 foot. Hi, Alex. Lovely to see you here. Hi, Jenny. I've got legs, yeah. Do you think I'm like a newsreader that I've just got my pyjamas on underneath? So, this is Monday Mindset. So every Monday, I aim to come and share a mindset practice with you. And Jenny Havery knows all about this because she's such a mindset guru. Alison she's definitely got her mindset on on point at the moment. Hi Penny, lovely to see you here. Oh Penny, it seems so long ago since I last saw you. It was only about 3 weeks ago, wasn't it, my live event. So what I would love to hear from you guys is, what is your mindset like when you come to think about growing your business? What's going on in your head and your heart? Morning, Jen, love to see you here. What's happening in your head and your heart when you think about growing your business? I'm going to take an enormous slurp of coffee whilst I'm doing that. So, generally what happens when we're entrepreneurs is that our mindset is like this, isn't it? But therefore our results are also like that. So at the points when we're feeling like in alignment, on track, maybe you've got somebody holding you accountable, or maybe you've just got a really perfect idea and you're really excited about taking it out there and it's selling really easily, or you're delivering something that just feels awesome, or perhaps totally taking the pressure off selling anything and you're just creating some content for the sake of increasing visibility. And that's at the point when your mindset and your belief in yourself can be really, really high. But a lot of the time when we're entrepreneurs, because so many female entrepreneurs appear to seem to believe that the way to grow your business is to do it on your own. And what happens in so many cases is that we get inside our own heads, and if we're not feeling particularly brilliant for whatever reason, then that might be something related to business, or it could be something that's happening in your life. But if you're not feeling absolutely brilliant, you can really get inside your own head and get onto that low level of belief, of that low level of vibration. And some people manage to maintain like high belief, high mindset every single month. Oh, thank you, Alison. We'll talk about Portugal in a minute because it's one of my inspirations. And I have to be really, really... so many of you joining, it's obviously like really kind of resonating. But there were so many... there's so many people out there who tell you that they have an amazing business and they feel amazing about it all the time. And as always, I'll always speak my truth to you about what it's like for me running a successful business. And I'd say that 70% of the time I'm like on a roll, I'm working on my mindset, everything I do is in alignment. It's amazing. Hi Susan, it's like we've got the live event group back again. We've got Penny on here as well, and Alison and Jen. So I really love to see everybody here. So what happens, in reality in my life is that 70% of the time, or maybe even 60% of the time, I'm like in alignment, on a roll, everything's working really well, I feel fantastic. But there is definitely a percentage of my mindset, maybe that's 30%, 40%, depending on what else is happening, what what's going on in my business, what's going on with my clients, where I am on the down. And that's when I really have to dig deep, and I sometimes like take a break. I just like go, oh my God, I can't cope with this anymore. And I take a break and get off social media and go and work on myself. And other times it's just a case of getting my journal out and really working through these mindset exercises that I'm drip feeding to you guys every Monday. But what I wanted to talk about is what happened last week when Alison took us to Portugal. So if you haven't seen Alison here, or you've not met Alison before, you don't know what the connection between Alison and I is that Alison is one of my long-standing mastermind clients, as is Anna, who's on here as well. So morning, Anna. And Jen was in my mastermind for 2 years, I think. And within that space, incredible things happen. And Alison has a real love of her business, which is yoga. She's got a real love for her client group, which is women. And she's got a real love of travel. And it was over 12 months ago, she said to me, what you do, Rock. What you'd really like to do is have a retreat that's abroad. So it coupled all of her passions together. And last week, that's exactly what she achieved. I mean, it's absolutely awesome. She took a group of us to Portugal, and we had the most amazing yoga retreat holiday experience. And every single person who came on that experience had the most amazing time. And Alison did so well. She held the space for, strong women. We were all freaking strong women. And it's not just about going and doing some bendy exercises. The work that Alison does is deeper than that. It's really about having that time to be quite restorative. So you're restorative in your body, and that's through the exercise, it's through the sunshine, it's through the gorgeous food we ate, and also through the amount of wine we got through as well. But it was also about that deep reflective work that we got a chance to do on that holiday. So Alison, she flicked the switch last year. She said, this is what I'd really like to do. She got into alignment, and with support, she took awesome leaps, really, really awesome leaps, and achieved this thing. And when we were there, and we'll talk a little bit more about that, one of the girls was talking to me about how amazing it was that Alison had done this and how she'd achieved it. And I said, oh, this is just Alison's norm now. And she said, oh, what do you mean? I said, well, this is just the normal for Alison now. Alison's business already has short stay retreats in the UK in there. And it's just the norm. She hardly advertises them, and they sell out. And I said the idea about the going abroad and doing retreats is that has just become Alison's norm now. And that is what I want for you to take away from Mindset Monday, is for you to think about, what do you want to become your normal? So is it going to be that your normal is that you only work 3 days a week? Is it that your normal is you generate a certain amount of money every month? Is your normal going to be about how you feel about your business and how you feel about selling and how you feel about going out there and telling people what you've got? And of course, you can have multiple normals. You can have multiple levels of normals. So your exercise, your specific exercise today, is that I want for you to take the inspiration from Alison and for you to just set aside 10-15 minutes where you sit and you write, you think, and then you write down all of your normals. All of your normals that you want to bring into your life and into your business. And that is your mindset exercise. And we'll talk a little bit more about that in a while. Bye, lovely. We'll catch up later. I think Alison's giving herself a well-earned day off today. So that is your specific exercise today. So whilst you're on here, because I'm going to go on, obviously. So whilst you're on here listening to me, what I'd really love to hear from you is, what are some of the normals that immediately are springing to mind? What do you want to bring into your life as a normal? So come and share that here. Setting an intention, with a group of other like-minded women, is really powerful, as Alison demonstrated. Yeah, so it's normal for Alison to sit in the sunshine, take a train into, I assume it's York, and to go to her Spanish class. So the other side of this is that obviously, you know, I was saying that to the other yoga retreat attendees that this is Alison's normal. And let me just tell you about the accommodation that Alison had chosen for us. She had chosen the most gorgeous accommodation for us. It was like high luxury, high end, beautiful. And we arrived late last Saturday evening. We were like running around, like going, oh, you know, this is so beautiful. And it was really, really lovely to go and have that experience. And the other girls were like openly gushing, like, oh my God, this is amazing. Oh my God, I never get to stay in places like this. And in my mindset, I was walking around with total appreciation and gratitude that I had this experience, and Alison had brought it to me. And I'd been brave enough to say yes, and I'd had the money to be able to say yes to that. But the what was running through my head is, this is my normal. This is normal for me to stay in a place like this now. And this is how you make those quantum leaps in your business, is that you start to act and believe from a different place. So let me know if this is making sense. Do some hearts or some thumbs up if this is resonating, because it lets me know if I need to expand on this further. But if you're getting it, you know, if it's like, yeah, I totally get this, that's great as well. But it's just, you know, you want to know how to take those quantum leaps. How do other people like go from where they are to tripling their business like I did in 2016? Does it come from like massive business strategies? Well, freaking hell, no, it doesn't. It came from me just getting into my head and deciding that a number of things were my new normal. So the first thing was to write them down, as I've kind of invited you guys to do that as part of your exercise. But the other part is to start to have those experiences, and for you to start to say, well, this is my normal now. And it can be really simple things. You don't need to go to a luxury villa on a yoga retreat. Obviously, Alison would love you to do that. But you don't need to spend a whole load of money to up-level your thinking. So let me give you some examples. Hi, Kelly. Love to see you here. Kelly, I'm going to share this particular one because it always makes Kelly laugh. So like a couple of years ago, I was surrounded by entrepreneurs and they all had amazing Mac computers, and I was like, oh my God, I really want a Mac computer. I had like other Apple products, so why not have a computer? And at the time I had a really it had been a perfectly fine but it was quite knackered laptop, and I was like, oh my God, I want to have a Mac. So I used to go to the local department store, and me and the kids would stand there and we'd play on all the Macs, and you know, that happened for a period of time. And then by the October of that year, I had bought my very first Mac. And that sat on my desk and it looked really pretty and really amazing. And I carried on using the cronky old laptop. And so I'd partly done that shift, hadn't I? I'd partly done the shift of like, this is my norm, that I have this really beautiful computer and it's my norm to use it. But I hadn't quite fixed it into my mind, because then what I did is, well, actually I'm going to work from this old cronky, very slow laptop. And it wasn't until that laptop died at the end of last year that I was forced to use the Mac full time, and I love it. But so sometimes it takes a little bit of time to transition completely in, but actually going and having the experience of things that you want to be your normal is really brilliant. So let's say, for example, there's a local hotel that you absolutely love, and it's really like currently way out of your price league, and maybe you're looking at that hotel to like run VIP days or events or retreats or something really spectacular, that you've set that kind of intention that you're going to run those things in the future. So how you can start to flick the switch and make this your norm is that you start to spend time in the hotel. You go with your work stuff, you know, your iPad or your laptop or whatever you've got, and you order a coffee and you sit in the bar or the restaurant, or you just make it normal for you to be in that area. And that's how you flick the switch. So let me know if this is resonating, if you want some other examples or ideas about how you can flick the switch. And you might be thinking, well, this is all too easy, Rachel. It can't be this easy to flick the switch and then start to generate like proper big leaps in your business. But this is exactly what you can do. And before I went away, we were talking here, I was talking here about having a graceful business, like a business that was easy, that gave you freedom. And what I got very little engagement from this audience, and I kind of suspect it's because this whole idea of having a business that feels easy actually grates against what you're actually finding. So what I wanted to do this week, what I will be doing this week, is to give you some real examples of how you can flick the switch. So I'm going to do a series, this week I'm going to do a series of lives like this, where I'm going to be encouraging you to flick the switch. So let me know if you are up for playing this game this week. Because I really want, you guys are like my inner circle. I've got like over 1,000 plus people on my page. But you guys who are in here in Live Your Abundant Life, you're like my inner circle. You are closer to me than anybody else, apart from my paid clients. So I really want to give you a flavour of how you can make those quantum leaps in your business. So we were going to be doing this all week, and I can still feel the kind of reservation from you guys that this is actually something that you can achieve yourself. But believe me, if you can flick the switch and start to make things your normal, it's going to be, you're going to benefit from it a lot. I'm just going to pick my phone up and see what Ali said. So Alexandra said, some examples would be great. I keep reading that we need to think like we have what we want already, but I find it tricky. So tell me, Ali, what do you find tricky? Is it that you're thinking, yeah, I could go and sit in that hotel lobby and I could get my workbook out and I could work and order a coffee from there, and the whole experience is going to cost me about £3.50. But actually in the back of my mind, what is really going on in my head is all the panic about how you're going to make the money to make this a reality. And what happens is that we all get, just need to check the time because I've got another call with Kelly and the guys at 10. But what we need to do is we need to counterbalance this, because what you focus on is what you get. So when we're struggling and when we're scared and when we're worried, we focus on that and it doesn't help us. So what I want to demonstrate this week is your ability to let go of the how. We all get focused on the how. Show me the how. And that's very masculine. And I'm not saying that it isn't needed, because I love a business, I love a business model, I love a structure, and I love, I don't really love a plan, but I love ideas and creativity, and I love to be able to know, right, I'm making some products over here in the medium lane or the fast lane or the slow lane in my business. I love all of those things. But when we get into the how, when we create a new service, and we think, well, who's going to actually buy this? It gets really, really tricky, doesn't it? Because we get caught up in the who and the how. And that's not where the energy's at. So I know the next couple of weeks is that I've got a really short-term, really intensive, really massively high energy mastermind available for the right type of women who want to create and generate profit in their business before the summer holidays. So I've got that coming up, and I'll be talking to people about it. But people were, at this moment in time, I could think, well, I've got these people working with me as a VIP client. I've got these guys over here in my exclusive mastermind, people like Kelly and Alison and Anna. And then I've got people over here in the 5K club. So I could think, well, bloody hell, Rachel, your client group is quite full. And who do you think you've got in your world who wants to come and work with you? And that is not going to help me, is it? That's not going to help me at all. It was actually put the brakes on my energy, it put my brakes on my belief, it put my brakes on my sales, and it would put my brakes on actually going out there and telling people I've got a brilliant 8-week opportunity for people. So what we need to do is let go of the how. However difficult that is, you need to let go of the how. And the reason why I know that you can do this is because you've been holding on to the how right now, and it's not bloody worked, has it? all the time that you work on hold on to the how, it just doesn't work. It like grinds you down. So what we need to do is open ourselves up. So that's why I've given you that exercise to write down that list of things that are your new normal. Like my new normal is this. And it's programming, isn't it? You program yourself over and over again about the things that you are accepting into your life as your new normal. And these can be little things, these can be big things. So it could be things like let's take this cup of coffee, for example. I used to have coffee several times a day with 2 sugars in. And I tried getting rid of sugar and I couldn't do it. And then last Easter, before Easter, whatever that period of time is called, I said to my husband, right, I'm just not going to have any sugar in my coffee. And I just made that my new normal. So can you see how you can make it your new normal from little things to big things? Let's have a look at what Kelly said. So Kelly says, stop thinking about the how, stop concentrating on the numbers and just go out there and sell and do it. Brilliant, Kelly. Let's talk about that a little bit more. Let's see what Nicola said. Nicola says, I try to force the how. I want sales. I set what's going to get them. Does that help, Nicola? Do you get the results from having that attitude? So let's talk about, like I talked about this in my Instagram 60-second video. So I said, you know, I was basically promoting this live and said I'm doing this live. Come over to Live Your Abundant Life if you want to hear it. And what I said is that I'll be talking about how you take quantum leaps. And I also said, I know that sounds as though it's going to be something that's really complicated, but listen, the only things that make it complicated is the marketing that other people put around, like the message of making quantum leaps. So nothing's difficult. It's only difficult if we get caught up in our disbelief in ourselves. It's only difficult if we get caught up in the how. And like Kelly said, she let go of the how. Yeah, so Nicola has totally recognised that actually it doesn't work holding on to the how, does it? It does not frigging work. Obviously you can feel the passion in my voice. So what we need to do is program yourself for success every single day. And I am a bit of a pain in the ass about this because I don't have many rules in my business. One of them is about visibility. I can't remember what the other one is. Oh my God, take a week out and I forget what my other rule is. It can't be very important. But my only kind of prominent rule is about mindset and doing it on a daily frigging basis. And it's like, you know, there's so much to do with mindset. It's like, you know, this exercise I'm talking about, just make it normal for you to do a live, to speak passionately. I have no notes here. I came up with this kind of notion that I was going to do it when I was walking the dog after the school run. And it's like, you can hear me, you can feel me. And, you know, it's like, yeah, I've got a mastermind that I'm going to be selling. But it's kind of like, you know, I don't need to worry about who's going to join my mastermind. Because at the end of the day, the most important thing I can do is actually just get out there, connect with my guys, help people like you to see the possibility, kind of maybe even kick your ass about doing your mindset work, and then make the offer. So Kelly's going to give us an example. She's put, so when I used to launch, I used to say I want X amount of people on it by the end of the launch, but I was focusing too much on the numbers and not going out and selling gracefully. So I just let that go and now have faith the right people will sign up. And we all know about Kelly's success, don't we? We all know how that actually works. So I think I need to get off my soapbox, let you guys digest that, because there's, yeah, so Nicola said, that's me, Kelly, I have number... Do you know, Nicola, I used to have like, oh, I want 12 people on this, I want 24 people on this, I want 100 people in this. Fuck the numbers. That's what I'm saying today. Let that go. It's not serving you. Let it go. Give yourself permission for like the next 4 weeks to not worry about the numbers. Just build the belief every day that you can absolutely get the right people in, because you might end up with 55 people where 40 of those people are a frigging nightmare. So get really clear on your message, get really clear about what it is that you're looking to call in terms of the type of client that you want, and go out there and sell it with passion. I know, potty mouth, it's terrible, isn't it? But go out there with like passion and belief and enthusiasm and energy, and you will have a different experience, Nicola. Brilliant, brilliant. Right, we will be back during the week and we will be talking about this more. Yeah, come on, let's do it, ladies. I tell you what, after spending a week in Portugal with these awesome women, and then I met, and I'll talk about this later, we met the most amazing other women who are out in Portugal, living the dream, having the most amazing, amazing life, because they made the decision, they flicked the switch. And what I really want to impress upon all of you is that none of you are here in Live Your Abundant Life running your businesses to be meek and quiet and scared. You've all got like a brilliant business. You know, Ali's got brilliant business, Anna has, and Nicola has, Kelly has. Every single one of you on here has got a brilliant business. And the only thing that holds women back is themselves. And it's time to change that, ladies. That's what we're going to be doing this week. We're going to be changing it. I mean, honestly, it takes nothing. I dried my hair, straightened it, put a bit of lipstick on, and sat here. My technology's not even working, and delivered a live. And if I can do that, you can do that, and you can really get your message out there and be awesome. So Louise is saying thank you, Rachel. Ali said fab live, Rachel. I know, back on the game. And let's just be honest. You know, there's, as I said right at the beginning, there are times when I'm not on my game and I'm off-piste a little bit in terms of alignment and message and stuff. And that's when you just dig out your mindset work and you double it up. Yay, we are going to be rock stars. Right, come on, let's get to it. Let's go and have a great Monday. Start that list, come in here and share with us in a really powerful way what your normals are. And let's have a look at that. Yay! Oh, Kelly, I love coming back. Honestly, I love travelling. I love going and having new experiences, but I love being home too. Right, guys, I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.